NFL Week 14 Power Rankings. Number 10, I have the Buffalo Bills. Down 4 spots. They lost to the New England Patriots on a super windy game, man. They could not stop the Patriots' run. They ran a ton of times for over like 200 yards, and Mac Jones only threw 3 times, and they could not stop the run, especially when it mattered most on those last couple of drives, just drained all the time. And their offense was definitely one-dimensional and has been the last couple of weeks. Josh Allen threw about 30 times in that win, and their run game just isn't very good. Their defense could not stop the run, like I said, and they have some problems, especially on offense and defense. They have to fix, and hopefully that won't happen in the playoffs. But Buffalo Bills at 10. Number 9, I have the LA Chargers, and they beat the Cincinnati Bengals. Chargers very inconsistent, like the Bills, inconsistent. They beat the Bengals, but they lost to the Broncos last week. They have definitely have the potential to be a great team. Their offense is great. Justin Herbert, Keenan Allen, Austin Eckler, balanced offense. Their defense is where the problem starts. Their run defense is among the worst. Their passing defense is not great, decent, and I believe their defense will hold them back, and that's why I don't have them any higher. Number 8, I have Tennessee Titans, no spot. They don't change. They were on a bye, and nothing happened. And number 7, I have the Baltimore Ravens, down 2 spots. Finally caught up to them. Their luck ran out. They lost the Pittsburgh Steelers. It was a very physical game, and the Ravens lost that physical battle. It was close though. They went for a 2-point conversion and they failed on the final seconds. And Jackson did not have a very good game, but their defense, for the most part, until the last drive against the Steelers, did very well against the Steelers, but their offense could not produce until it was too late. And Baltimore Ravens are down 2 spots, and they lost number 1 seed. Number 6, I have the Dallas Cowboys up 4 spot. It was a good performance against their Saints. Their defense forced Taysom Hill to 4 turnovers, but their offense has to figure it out. During these last 3-4 weeks, their offense has not produced as well as they should. I know they're missing a couple of receivers, but still, they should have been better. Though the Saints' defense is pretty good, but hopefully their offense comes together and becomes that great offense we saw earlier in the year. And their defense has been playing much better these last couple of games. If they can get their offense and defense on the same page, they could be a Super Bowl contender. Number 5, I have Kansas City Chiefs up 2 spot. Ugly game against Denver. Their offense hasn't appeared yet, but their defense has been great on these 5-win streak. Defense has been the name of the story. They shut down the Broncos. Whenever the Broncos got to the red zone, they'd always come up with the big moment. The defense always formed the wall whenever there was a big moment. Their offense still needs to get it together. Patrick Mahomes threw an interception. Technically wasn't his fault, but their offense just has not been efficient ever since that Raiders game. Number 4, I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They do not move a spot. They beat the Atlanta Falcons. The game was kind of close, but Buccaneers pulled away and won. And it was a good win, but against a very weak opponent. Number 3, I have the New England Patriots. They beat the Bills. They found a way to win just running the ball. The defense was great, held Josh Allen to just 50% of his passes, and they're definitely one of the more balanced teams. Their offense is centered around the run game and Mac Jones being efficient, and their defense is just stifling right now, and they have won 7 in a row. Number 2, I have the Green Bay Packers. They're on a bye this week as well. And then the teams that dropped out, Cincinnati Bengals, they lost to the Chargers. They fell in the hole early, scored 22 points, and then they fumbled away on that drive that they were driving on, and they lost the game, and they got blown out 41-22. Joe Mixon should have been used more against that 32 or terrible Chargers defense. And overall, they just had a couple of turnovers early on and could not recover. Number 1, I have the Arizona Cardinals. Murray Hopkins finally returned, and they had a great game versus the Bears. And it was against the Bears, but it was a good performance coming back after like 3 or 4 weeks not playing, and good overall regroup performance with players coming back. And there you have it, my NFL Week 14 Power Rankings.